Imagine a world where all electronics suddenly go dark. What could cause such a phenomenon? The answer lies in electromagnetic pulses. These invisible, sometimes silent shockwaves have the potential to turn our modern world upside down. Picture this: traffic lights go out, causing chaos on the roads, phone lines dead, computers fried, and even your beloved radio falls eerily silent. The impact of these pulses isn't just a minor inconvenience either. They could potentially cause widespread disruption, leading to societal chaos on a grand scale. Now you might be thinking, sure, that sounds terrible, but what about my gas grill or my sturdy old power drill? Lucky for us, not all equipment and power sources are susceptible to the effects of an electromagnetic pulse. But the question remains, what exactly is this mysterious force, and how does it come into being? So, how do these electromagnetic pulses occur? Let's dive into that. Electromagnetic pulses, or EMPs, aren't a product of science fiction. They're very real, and they're born from highly energetic phenomena. Let's start with the most common natural source of EMPs, lightning. When lightning strikes, it creates a rapid, intense burst of electromagnetic energy that we experience as a pulse. Then there are solar flares, the sun's own dramatic contribution to EMPs. Solar flares send out plasma and electromagnetic radiation into space. If Earth is in the way, we get a geomagnetic storm, potentially causing an EMP. But nature isn't the only source. We humans have our ways too. Nuclear explosions, for instance, generate intense gamma radiation. This radiation strips electrons from air molecules, creating an electromagnetic shockwave, or EMP. There are also specialized devices, EMP generators, designed to emit these pulses intentionally. They're typically used for testing the resilience of electronics against EMPs. These pulses can last from mere nanoseconds to several minutes, but have we ever experienced one? History has recorded some instances of electromagnetic pulses causing havoc. Let's take a trip down memory lane. Picture the year 1962. The Starfish Prime nuclear test was being conducted by the United States. High above the Pacific Ocean, a nuclear bomb exploded, releasing a potent electromagnetic pulse. This EMP traveled miles, causing streetlights in Hawaii to fail and satellites to malfunction. Fast forward to the winter of 1989. A solar flare caused a geomagnetic storm that knocked out the Hydro-Quebec power grid. Millions of Canadians were left in the dark, in the middle of a cold, harsh winter. This wasn't a direct EMP, but it shared similar characteristics and impacts. These instances give us an inkling of the damage EMPs can cause, but what exactly gets affected? EMPs are like silent storms, damaging electronic equipment, but some things remain unaffected. When an electromagnetic pulse strikes, it's a bit like a technological tornado. It wreaks havoc on electronic and electrical equipment, from computers to phone lines, radios to radar systems, and even some types of vehicles. The reason for this is simple. These devices rely on sensitive microelectronics, which can be overwhelmed by the intense surge of energy from an EMP. On the other hand, there's a whole host of equipment that shrugs off an EMP like water off a duck's back. Wood burning or gas fireplaces, most power tools, fire pits, battery-operated devices, grills, gas-operated equipment, and even some solar-powered devices will remain unaffected. You might be asking, why the difference? Well, these devices either don't rely on delicate electronics, or they have built-in protections against electrical surges. And then there are some surprising survivors. Equipment that's plugged into a surge protector can often withstand an EMP, and may work once the power has been restored. This is because surge protectors are designed to divert excess voltage away from your equipment, protecting it from the kind of energy spike an EMP delivers. So, is there a way to safeguard our electronics from such a pulse? Yes, with something that we will talk about next called a Faraday cage. Named after the scientist Michael Faraday, a Faraday cage can be a potential lifesaver during an EMP event. So, what is this Faraday cage? Simply put, it's a shield against electromagnetic fields. Constructed from conductive material, it can block external static and non-static electric fields. Imagine it as a fortress, protecting your electronic devices from the raging storm of an EMP. Now you might be wondering, how can I make one? Well, it's simpler than you might think. You can create a basic Faraday cage using everyday items like a metal trash can or layers of aluminum foil. Wrap your device in a layer of plastic, then in aluminum foil, and voila, you have your own mini Faraday cage. Remember, the key here is to ensure that the conductive layer is not in contact with the device. But a Faraday cage is not the only tool in your survival arsenal. Again, equipment like manual tools, gas-operated and battery-powered devices can also serve you well in a world disrupted by an EMP. These items are unaffected by EMPs and can help you retain some semblance of normalcy in an outage. In the face of an EMP, knowledge and preparedness are our best allies, so equip yourself with both. In today's video, we've journeyed together from the birth of electromagnetic pulses, through their impact, and even explored some survival strategies. Remember that preparation, from understanding the unaffected equipment to creating your own Faraday cage, is the key to resilience. So, if you found this video helpful and want to continue your journey towards being fearless and prepared, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. We're grateful for your time and viewership. Remember, in a world disrupted by an EMP, you don't have to be powerless. Stay safe, stay prepared, and we'll see you in the next video.